And welcome to our Sports Fix across regional Victoria and southern New South Wales. I thought for this Thursday edition, we would take a look at some of the big matches that you're looking forward to this weekend. I'm going to bring you the ones that I reckon across some of our competitions that I'm certainly looking forward to. Firstly, in Sunraysia, if you're an Oden United fan, you're looking forward to a home game, but you've got the top side Imperials and it's going to be a tough outing. But I think the match of the round is second and third place, Merbein taking on South Mildura. Those two sides are going to have a really big hit out because at Kenny Park, if Merbein can get a win here, it gives them a chance of being top of the table at weekends, and same with South Mildura. Very interesting game for these two clubs, which have been at the lower end of the premiership ladder in previous years, so good to see the wheel turning and those two clubs up a little higher. As we head towards the North Central Football League, and I think the match of the round is Donald taking on Charlton. This one at the Donald home deck, and gee, if the Royal Blues needed to get over the Navy Blues, then it's this weekend because they'll keep their finals hopes alive. But Charlton likewise, they're both really playing for that in this round 6 clash. So a huge contest is expected there between those two sides. Some will also be watching the Sea Lake Nandali Wedderburn game as to see just how close Wedderburn can get to the highly fancied Sea Lake Nandali Tigers on their home ground. Of course, they used that last week's interleague match against Sunraysia. North Central coming out, unfortunately for them, on the losers' side. But Sea Lake Nandali, they'll be expecting to be certainly on the winners' side in this weekend's clash. Heading to the football in the Hume Football League, and I think there's a couple of excellent games to be played this weekend. Certainly Henty and Roundwell Walla. But I'm looking forward to Lockhart playing Osborne. These are two old foes, there's no doubt about it. A lot of folk at Osborne, they'll come in and shop in Lockhart. There's plenty of discussion in the main street that this is an absolute beauty. There will be Lockhart, who are having a really good start to the season and certainly have taken a lot before them since round 1. But Osborne are the side at the top of the table, undefeated. But there is a view out there in the paddocks at Osborne that if they're ever going to get beaten in a clash when they're going really well, it can be against a much lower on the table Lockhart. And this year, Lockhart aren't that far down on the table, so a really good match of football to be played in Hume this weekend. And I reckon the Murray Magpies looking to try and get their first win against the Billabong Crows. The Crows looking to return to some level of form for them. In other competitions, this time I'm going to the Wimmera in Victoria, and again there's some really good matches. Perhaps the pick of them is the Minyip Murtoa game against Stawell. We've got Stawell on top of the table. Minyip Murtoa may be their chance at home at Minyip to inflict Stawell, the Warriors' first loss of the season. That's the way I'm seeing it. I'm going to say it's going to be very close though. But the other match, the Southern Mallee Giants up at Hopetoun at home, and they'll fill their little grandstand when they take on the old Horsham D's. They, with the Horsham D's, have had some good record against them, and I think the Southern Mallee Giants, if they want to remain in that top 2 type location on the table with Minyip Murtoa pressing, then they certainly need to win these sorts of games at home. So a really important match for the Southern Mallee Giants this weekend in their senior competition in Wimmera football. And finally, if there was a really good round of football in Horsham District, it's got to be this weekend. You get the replay of the 2019 Grand Final, Harrow-Balmoral taking on Noradjuha Quantong. But then if that isn't enough, you get the rivals of Nadimuck taking on Edenhope Apsley, and both of them searching for a win to keep in touch with the top 6. And then if that isn't enough, you've got the Japan Rainbow Stormers at home at Rainbow. They take on Conniva Lior, and for us here at The Flow, they're 2 of our coverage clubs, so that is going to be a good game of football. The Cougars coming off of a win in their last outing to get their first in Horsham District, and Japan Rainbow needing to find a win after going down to Noradjuha Quantong. But this is the game, I reckon, for everybody, is Rapanyip taking on Kalki. The 2 top sides in this competition this year, the Rapanyip side, the Panthers, have been absolutely magnificent. The Keys, though, come into this game against the other wheat paddocks. It's like kind of the Kalki wheat farmers taking on the Rapanyip barley farmers, if you're catching where this is going. These 2 sides are going to go Absolutely at it, and I think this is going to be the match of the round. And at the end of Saturday night, we might find who is the early favourite for premiership glory in Horsham District. It is a look at what's happening in the sports fix across Victoria and New South Wales, and we're looking forward to the Friday night sports show. You can see this sports fix not only recorded on the radio, but also across Flow Sports on our Facebook page, and also up on our YouTube channel, Flow News 24.